Hey guys, welcome back to the Epilepsy channel. If you're new here, my name is Jeff and I have epilepsy. In this video, I'm going to be talking about my experiences with taking Lamotrigine to treat my focal seizures. So over the last 10 years, I've been on different dosages of Lamotrigine, ranging anywhere from my starting dose of 10 milligrams a day, all the way up to the 600 milligrams a day I'm currently taking. It's been a long road to get here, with a few hiccups along the way. Let me first start by saying that this video is not intended for medical advice. It's only here for educational and informational purposes to help you find your cure for epilepsy. So the hiccups are what got me on Lamotrigine in the first place. I'd been taking Depakote for a little over a year, and I just didn't feel right. I was down. I was depressed. I just didn't like it. You guys have probably experienced that yourselves, where there's drugs out there that just don't work for you. Anyways, I decided to quit, and I weaned myself over a 2-week period and crashed. I was down. I was just depressed. I couldn't function. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. I lost 33 pounds. It was just a difficult time in life. I was like this for about 6 months, and I finally went to go see a psychiatrist. She knew about my epilepsy and suggested Lamotrigine, Lamictal. I've heard about it in the past. Doctors have suggested it, and like you're here right now, I go home, I hop on the internet, and I just start looking for people's experiences, both positive and negative. And you start reading some of these things, and yeah, it gets a little scary. You have no idea how these drugs are going to react until you take them. I started out at 25 milligrams a day and worked my way up to 100 milligrams a day with the psychiatrist. This was over a course of a year, and then I went back to see my neurologist, and I continued to work with the Lamotrigine at about 400 milligrams for the next 10 years. It wasn't holding back my seizures. I was still having them, so it was kind of like, why am I taking this? So same thought crossed my mind again, and I decided that I was going to self-wean, but this time I was going to do it a lot slower. So I went from that 400 milligrams all the way down to 200 milligrams over the course of a year. And once I hit that 200 milligrams, I had my first grand mal seizure in 25 years. I had my second one 3 hours later, and it's just been a wild ride since then. Apparently, the Lamotrigine was working. It was holding back the tonic-clonics. It hasn't stopped my focal seizures, but apparently it's reducing the amount of focal seizures I'm having, as it's helping me to hold back and slow back the progression that has turned into generalized tonic-clonic seizures. As far as all the seizure medications I've taken, I have to say that Lamotrigine really has had no side effects for me. Negative side effects, I should say. The positive that came out of it was getting me out of that hole that Depakote put me in. Let me say this, that never stop taking your medication without talking to your doctors first. During one of these episodes while I was intubated, they drew blood, and my blood levels for Lamotrigine were 3.4 micrograms per milliliter. This was 19 hours after my morning dose versus blood work I had done an hour and a half after my morning dose, and my blood levels were 8.9 micrograms per milliliter. You can see how quickly these drugs go through your system. Some of them have shorter half-lives than others, and this is just an example of why you need to be taking your medicine at the same time every day, just doing it consistently. I have alarms set on my watch and on my phone, so every day at 8 a.m., 8 p.m., I take my medicine. Some terrible advice I got along the way from 2 neurologists early on was to stay off the internet, because all you're going to hear are people's horror stories. Well, that's half the treatment with epilepsy. You basically become a chemical experiment. You don't know how this drug is going to interact with your brain chemistry, and I don't know how that drug's going to interact with my brain chemistry. We're all different. So it's like trial and error. This drug works for some, this drug works for others. Some of these drugs don't work for anybody. I actually have drug-resistant epilepsy. I've tried multiple medications. I'm currently on the Lamotrigine. I just added in clobazam. I just got off as zonisamide. I've been on Keppra, trileptal, Depakote. You just never know. I hope this video helps. I hope you found it informational, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.